I know. I still had no time.
Good to see you.
I'm sorry. Gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm good. How are you doing? I'm so sorry. I'm in another one. Yeah, how are you doing? I hear you were skiing with my dad. I hear you were skiing with my dad a couple of weeks ago. Or rather, he was skiing with you. He had a great time.
Thomas. Who are you turning away?
Are you going to send your ticket back?
I will.
Okay. I'll be back down in a
Lovely to see you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Hi there. Hello. It's our pleasure.
With?
Lord Smith.
Oh, yes. Your passport.
Stephen Owen Bailey, gambling addict.
Yes. You haven't got an invitation.
As a gambling addict, surely I'd have a position.
No, afraid not. No invitation, no entry.
Seriously?
Seriously, it's the rules. Sorry, let's get through.
I'm another gambling addict.
No invitation, no entry.
You don't want to hear what we've got to say?
No, not at all. Sorry.
I'm sure some of these MPs might like to hear.
Sorry.
I'm sure I'm here because
Sorry,
all they'd like to hear.
gentlemen.
It's all about, we've all been harmed by this industry. We feel that we have a right to have our voices heard.
It is unconscionable.
It's unconscionable not to...
Can we have security, please? Can we have security, please?
Can we ask the members? Do you want to hear from?
Can we have security, please?
Would you like to hear from some former problem gamblers? Would you?
Excuse me?
Do you really think we should just
a bunch of lobbyists?
Do you?
Can we have
Is there not one single member of Parliament that wants to hear from some former problem gamblers?
They're not invited.
Is there?
Yeah. Well, I can't let them.
Is there not one single member in there that wants to hear from some problem and former problem gamblers?
This is not the place for it.
This is exactly the place, my friend. This is an unconscionable stand. It is a disgrace if we are not allowed to come in and respectfully contribute to this meeting.
It's a private meeting.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
I am a member of Parliament.
Right.
Okay.
And I have great sympathy with you, but you've got to handle it in a sensible way. You are not invited to this.
Transparency.
We have members of the press.
This is the proper place, my friend. This is where the decisions will be made.
You disrupt people in their proper business.
Steve Donahue.
It isn't proper business. It isn't proper. It cannot be deemed proper business if we aren't allowed to observe and participate. You know that. Come on, you've got to know that. You've got to know
the
this.
process of converting people against you.
No, I'm sorry. No, I disagree. I disagree. Sir, this is a disgraceful proposition that you are trying to defend.
Can we just...
What is your constituency? Right.
Can we just keep this down, please? Okay, please.
Well, I'm afraid that this meeting is just an affront to any notion of a transparent discussion. How on earth you can place anything constructive today? Well,
I'm sorry, excuse me. It's an open door, sorry, this is a public area, so... It's
not a public area.
Well, we have a right to be here. Sorry.
No, you don't have a right to be in here.
Well, who elected you?
Sorry, gentlemen.
Okay, a member of the House of Lords. Who elected you?
Gentlemen, do you have an invitation to this event? We don't know. Okay, well, I'm really sorry. It's by invitation only, and I'm sorry if the gentleman who's organising this event, which is the gentleman here, and I'm the caterer, and I look after this, and I have to consider the well-being of my colleagues and the rest of the people here. Can I ask you, please, gentlemen? We have no bond with you, absolutely. That's great. Would you mind just going upstairs to the upstairs?
I'm really afraid I can't do that.
Okay, well, I'm afraid I can't do that.
Get him arrested.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, sir. If I'm asking you politely to move upstairs with you,
and I accept that, and I'm politely declining because I have no answer to grab with yourself.
Fine. Okay, I have my next opportunity, and I have no wish to do this, is to get someone from the security officer.
Absolutely fine.
Okay.
No, I'm come all the way from your
guys, can you go with this gentleman? Can you go?
Will you allow one person to come in and simply observe?
My jurisdiction stops at the catering.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking the organiser.
I am the organiser.
Yes, I know you are, sir.
And you're not invited.
On what grounds? Why?
This is a private meeting for industry and parliamentarians.
Right. You've got to be aware of how that looks. Surely you've got to be aware of how that looks.
It's perfectly above board. We have members of the press.
And the other guy, the small guy.
And this gentleman here. And that gentleman there.
Right, okay, thank you. Okay?
Yep.
Was this your honey? Let's go. Okay. Ma'am, are you okay? Where are you going?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It would appear to be only
Just waiting for him. Just waiting for him.
I'm now prepared to listen. It seems unconscionable to me to have a debate which will not listen to the views of the very people who they allege purport to be seeking to protect.
One question.
I wasn't invited to it. No.
Okay, we're okay.
I was the first member
I know
of
you
GamCare.
are. I know who
I
you are.
set
I
it
know
up.
who you are.
My concern for gambling.
His
This
emotion
kind of
His
behaviour.
emotion get away then.
Sorry?
His emotion get
Yeah,
away
but this kind of behaviour is unhelpful.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all kinds of people in here who haven't thought about it, might well be sympathetic. As you know how sympathetic I am, I helped set up GamCare. But he'll alienate
in our
people.
presence, and it's an affront. It's an affront to any notion.
How
of
can you
honest
invite
intention
someone in
to seek
who
to-
shows by his behaviour that he'll just shout over everybody and interrupt
I
it?
think if he'd been allowed to come in, I don't think he would behave like that. I'll ask him to calm down. I'll ask him to calm down.
Because he'll alienate people. I mean, I helped set up this movement to deal with problem gambling, but I don't like it being interrupted and offending people because you'll turn them into the other side.
Discretion of the skipper here, whether he thinks your behaviour has been that above.
I think it's eminently reasonable, to be honest. I think it's eminently reasonable as my view under the circumstances. Well, I was shouting because I was being shouted at. You know, I was behaving in a manner. I was being dealt with in a particular way, so I was responding, I think, appropriately. You know, in making that decision, you cannot just consider the tone of my voice. You've got to look at the situation. And the gentleman, and this gentleman here, who is unelected but still considers himself able to be there. Well, I mean, that's another issue, isn't it? But you know, he was raising his voice at me also. So, are you going to have a word with him about his behaviour? Right. Well. Yeah. I mean, are they? Are they really? I'm not
For them to do, I'm not going to tell them how to do it. But I mean,
Can I put it? Yeah, of course.
thank you. You want to get your part across. But there are ways of it.
Well, it would appear there are. It would appear that there are.
It really is. Do you see that?
Well, I see that it isn't the correct way in that context, but it would appear that there is no other way. So, you know, you take the chance that you get. You know? Otherwise, well, nothing happens, does it? You know?
I know you're is there any other way that you could contact
Well, it would appear not, no.
society or anything like that?
Well,
To arrange something, because it would be beneficial for yourself.
It doesn't happen because they don't want to know. They want to have a private discussion and stitch up the deal. That's what it's all about. It really is. It really is. But well, if that's the way it is, that's the way it is, right? And you know, fair enough. I pay no malice because you've listened to me, so fair enough. Fair enough. Right.
Well
Okay.
done, you made your point.
Just before we go, we will be heard at some point, my friend.
You have
We will be
loads
heard.
of avenues to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, believe me, sunshine.
Right, let's go.
What we'll do, sir, we're going to go. If you follow me, sir, it's probably easier if I just stop.
Do you want me to go?
Yes, please, thank you. That's great.